Welcome to Avatar, Frontiers of Pandora. Now I am going to be honest here, I thought this game was a flop back in 2023, but with the third movie Fire and Ash and the third person update, it seems to have been given a new coat of paint and everyone suddenly loves it. So here I am going for the platinum. Frontiers of Pandora gives us an untold story set between Avatar and Avatar the Way of Water in the year 2169. We play as a nameless Na'vi who was captured by the RDA as a child to serve their interests. But thanks to the efforts of Jake Sully, we get free of their clutches and take up arms against them in the western frontier. During this, we will rediscover our heritage, forge bonds with other Na'vi clans and creatures, but most of all, put a stop to the RDA who want to destroy Pandora for its resources and take revenge on the one who started it all. Avatar Frontiers of Pandora has 32 trophies with 12 bronze, 15 silver, 4 gold and that coveted platinum that only 1.9% of players have managed to achieve. We will be going through the story, crafting weapons, leveling up, finding collectibles, doing side stories and much more as we traverse the beautiful world of Pandora. So, with all that information out of the way, let's platinum Avatar Frontiers of Pandora. The start of the story is perfect indoctrination for the Na'vi children, claiming they've been abandoned by the Sarin II and that the RDA will help them forge alliances with the other clans. It shows the split between the two children's mindsets, as some of them know the truth of being taken and others see Mercer as their saviour, even though he kills our sister for being disobedient. 8 years of captivity later, we catch our break thanks to the one and only Jake Sully. But trusting our teacher Alma, we are put into cryosleep for another 16 years and now we can start the game. After a quick character creation of course, which we can finally see since this game has third person now. Skipping way ahead and through all the tutorials into the story, we are joining the resistance with Solek, our childhood friends and even our teacher Alma to go after our main target Mercer, the one who put us in tap, the one who killed our sister. Our overall objectives are to ruin their facilities to help clean the air, find out more about our lost tribe, and create our own Sarin II songs for the last few of our people with the help of Awa. And so, after about an hour of gameplay, we get the title screen, Avatar Frontiers of Pandora, get a call about the RDA and can finally get into the game. I also did a check on the actual trophies for this game and yeah, it'll take a while before we actually start getting the story trophies, so I will be giving cliff notes from here on out as it takes multiple quests for even one trophy to pop. So after beating the quests Awakening, Pandora, Welcome to the Resistance, Songs of the Ancestors and finally Becoming, we are told to head to the Itua's clan and have them join us in helping the Resistance and finally earning our first trophy, aptly named First Strike. Another thing I saw as a hint was to keep going with the story until a certain mission, which will massively help with travelling Pandora, so that is what I will be doing. Now this is a bell sprig. As you can see, it permanently upgrades our Na'vi's health and it is spread all around Pandora. But we only need to get 20 of them for the trophy. Next up is the Tarsu flower. This one is how we collect our ancestors' skills, which provide permanent skills to help us in our fight for Pandora. There are 12 of these scattered all around the world, but we only need 3 of them for the trophy. And these are the Tarsu saplings. Similar to their big sister, they give us skill points to upgrade ourselves. And again, we only need 20 of these for the trophy. Moving ahead, we reach the home tree and get treated like a stranger, but also a welcomed guest by the Na'vi people, because we don't know our ways, but they will happily teach us what information we are missing. Going through the home tree, we meet a myriad of people, from cooks to the weavers to warriors, and with them is also a reputation system that when reaching a certain amount saved up, gives you plentiful rewards, including some recipes that upon crafting the first one got me the Apprentice Crafter trophy, which I will happily take. Our first quest here is a hunting mission with E2 for a creature called a Strum Beast, while also learning the ways of the Navi and giving thanks for the gifts of those we kill. I didn't exactly do my best, but a clean kill is a clean kill. And that's the AWA's besting quest, so on to the next one, which funnily enough is called the Missing Hunter because E2 has disappeared somewhere, so off we go to find him. After some light investigation, we run into a war zone between E2's Ikran and the RDA, who are no match for us, but our battles aren't won unscathed, as Zomi returns to AWA, finishing this quest. Now for this one, I became a moth for this quest. Not much else to add except that I was a moth and learned about these balloons we need to eventually break for a trophy, I think, but that was that quest. Now this is the quest we have been waiting for we are to make a bond with the Ikran. Climbing up the mountains is reminiscent of the films, watching the Ikran fly by while we try to soothe the one we are supposed to bond with. Although it wasn't a one-to-one of the films, it was no less special as we are able to name her and take flight, securing our bond and finishing the quest. Our next quest is to destroy these balloons as they are disrupting the moths and their feeding grounds. We also go after an RDA facility, which I will say when I get the next story trophy, I will be going on a journey to collect everything I can, because I am dying way too quick for my liking and I need better gear quick. Rescuing the forest and the moths Atua defends us about attacking the sky people, and we manage to convince the Navi of the home tree that war is upon them, earning us the Arahane Alliance trophy for our time, and with that trophy I am ditching the main quest for now to go out and get more trophies. Starting out my journey, the first thing was to unlock more of the map. However, much to my surprise, it turns out this game has separated areas, so for the time being I can only search the forest, which did lead me to my next ancestor skill for landing safely, and also the trophy Talk to the Ancestors for collecting 3 of them so far. Now what you're watching here is not trophy related, but is a memory painting, an interactive minigame about enlightenment for your Navi that does reward you at certain milestones. They are also a way to relax and get more of a story about the Sarentu and their way of life. Next up is Becoming Navi. This one is the simplest trophy of all, as all we needed to do was put 3 points into each of our 5 skill trees, the last of course being the Ikran Rider skill. And this is a Sarentu totem, an ancestral item scattered around the world of Pandora. There is 12 of these to collect, and the way we do that is by following the pathway left to us by our forefathers that lead us to another spot of enlightenment, a simple yet complex thing to do, as I got lost a few times trying to find this one, but realised if I look at the gem, I can usually just follow that way straight, which will lead me to the place anyway. Our next set of collectibles are these data centres, 9 of them to be exact. These are also scattered around Pandora, and if you're having trouble finding the data parts, you can hear a faint buzzing sound that does get louder when you're looking in the right direction of them. If you're like me, which I believe you are, you know that the leveling system in this game is just a suggestion for when you get caught. So here I am at level something, taking on a level 12 area completely silent to earn the Hit Them Where It Hurts trophy for defeating 5 RDA outposts. And with that, I have collected 20 balloons as well, earning the full bloom trophy. This was kind of easy thanks to the map constantly telling me where they are, and you can see which ones you've already gotten as they turn green for completion, something I genuinely love in games. I also did get the cooking trophy Cooking Pot Pro here, but I forgot I wasn't recording at the time. I got this trophy literally by visiting Navi outposts, so there's not much to talk about here. Just visit them, they will give you the recipes and the trophy will pop. Little by little, we destroyed 10 RDA installations, the younger brother of the RDA facilities, and while they do not reward us with actual loot, it does get us the little by little trophy and help with the 100% clean air trophy. So, I would take that. Now you may not like this, but this is what peak performance looks like. And what it looks like is using an Apex skill, aka the skill you get for fully upgrading the skill tree, which of course the rider tree is the quickest for this trophy. This damn quest for the moths, I hate it. You have to walk these guys to different trees 3 times. But you can't fight, you can't swim, you can't fly, and you can't ride. You have to walk them, and God forbid if they get stressed, because then you're starting again. Even though our Navi says he found a checkpoint, but then again, that could have been a bug. Either way, we finish this quest 3 times and get the Kinglor Carer trophy. Hooray! But with that, we are done with everything possible in the forest for now, so back to the story we go. Our first quest is to head to the upper plains, our second area of the game, learning both about the new clans and how to ride the dire horses here. On our journey, we even pick up the Great Gatherer trophy for unlocking 30 different guide entries for gatherable plants. Eventually, we make it to the circle, learn a few new things about the Seshwa people, a nomadic clan who follow the Zakru elephants wherever they wander, finishing our first quest here. The second quest involves getting our Ikran back, which seems stupid to me, because why give us this amazing moment of learning how to ride a dire horse just to give us the Ikran back immediately? Either way, we kill a few more RDA and learn their bases near the stone pillars, finishing this quest. Third quest in, and it is to destroy an RDA poaching facility run by Harding. Nothing too different to the facilities we've already seen, so this one was done easily. However, Harding isn't going to give up and is going after the Zakru graveyard for their tusks, so off we go to defend this sacred site. Our fourth quest introduces us to the wind flutes, another collectible made for the upper plains. This quest involves fixing the ones in the graveyard and attuning ourselves with their music and our 7-2 memory totem, ending this quest. Now our fifth quest is a revenge mission. That friendly Zakru we met at the start of our questing has unfortunately returned to Awa because of the Sky People, so now it is our turn to send them to their god. This mission involves our first Super RDA facility. This thing is massive, having multiple sections and pieces to disrupt, destroy or break through just to even make a dent into it. Now I know there's a level 21 back in the forest, but if it's anything like this, I will need to prepare for it and at least be on the same level as it. Going through this place, we are looking for Harding, who acts like a stereotypical villain over the speakers, even with Mercer calling her out on it. So, after a little more destruction, we escape, celebrate our victory with the clan, earning the Stronger Together trophy and getting the Seshwa clan to join our resistance. This also gave me another chance to free roam this area for both collectibles and trophies, which I will tell you about now. This is a last minute addition. This is the Wildlife Expert trophy. I got this during the campaign section, but I wanted to add it here as I basically forgot to add it into the script. Just to prove the wind flute again, this is literally the entire thing you have to do, and there's 13 of them to do it with. Hopefully there's something at the end of this rainbow. Another one of our new collectibles are the Seshwa kites, 9 of them in total, and if they are anything like this one, you can't approach with your Ikran and have to make the journey on foot. Thankfully though, they wasn't, so I'm kind of happy there. And in one of the perfect moments for a trophy to pop, we get the sprouting potential from a triple sapling splot. which was just beautiful as a trophy hunter when things like this happen. It feels magical. 12 more spins later, we have finally achieved harmony with the upper planes and get the In Harmony trophy for our time. Unfortunately though, there wasn't anything at the end of this rainbow except for the trophy itself. Seeing that final kite was absolutely amazing. I couldn't find it for the longest time as this tiniest bit of the map wasn't uncovered, which in turn didn't reveal 3 items here, but now I have 9 kites in my back pocket and the tethered kites trophy for my troubles. And with that final trophy, we are done with the upper planes, so let's move on towards the next story trophy, shall we? That begins with a party in celebration of beating Harding and a talk with Alma and the gang. That gets interrupted by Mercer, resulting in many deaths and us getting captured. But maybe, just maybe, I'll get some human clothes again, because I do miss wearing pants. Unfortunately though, we don't. So now it's a prison break / destroy the ship / survive Mercer's ambush, which of course they monologue throughout. However, we are Saren too. So after a little fighting, we escape into the forest, learn that Talon has been talking to Mercer the entire time, and after a bit of talking there with him, we make it to our new home, ending this quest. Our next quest is to find the Kamatiri clan to help heal Alma and her avatar, as both were injured during the raid, and yet again, to my displeasure, we get our Ikran straight away. But for the first time in our adventure, we get called a liar and an imposter of the Saren too, which was kind of funny to see someone actually skeptical of us for once, ending this quest too. Our next quest involves a healer named Anufi, who believes it is her fault that all of the Sarans who died and not the RDAs. Upon hearing this, we do make a new plan to go and find a different healer. However, we instead find his apprentice, who makes us a tonic that will let us travel through the poisonous fog, ending this quest too. Our next quest is into the fog and the TAPCON 1 facility, where it shows that the RDA never saved us as they claimed. They enslaved the entirety of the Saran 2 Navi children, with records of us in here too, including one of Alma learning of our home thanks to an outside influence. So after returning to the Saran 2's home ourselves, we find it is a desolate place covered in poisonous gas where Mercer ambushed us all. What's more, it was Mokasa, a Kamatiri Navi, who sold us out to the RDA, giving up our location. However, with this information in hand, Anufi is cleared of her guilt, Mokasa is kicked out of the clan, and the Kamatiri join the resistance with renewed faith in their healing. And now we have a confrontation with Alma in the quest Revelations, which shows she was the one who actually did lead Mercer to the Saran 2, but she only wanted to help the children, or so she believed. Blinded by her thought of a school for Navi, she followed Mercer, ready to steal the children to make her dream come true. Something she still clung to as a good deed, even when surrounded by all of that death. And with that revelation, we earn the trophy clearing the mist, watch Alma's avatar die, and can finally begin again with clearing out the clouded forest. This right here is the fruits of my labour. A fully uncovered map, and it is beautiful. I feel like Thanos watching the sun rise on a grateful Pandora. But I do have some faults with this system. The fog of war mechanic is great. Explore and uncover. However, I wish it had a regional thing instead of an explorational one, as you could miss a tiny cloud and that would have something hidden inside of it. like I did many times. I am also going to rapid fire these trophies at you because this was hours of work now condensed down just for your enjoyment. First, we fought against a non-feral Thanator that stalked us through the jungle, earning the No Easy Prey trophy and some battle scars. Second, I found the 9th set of data nodes and got the data receiver trophy for our time, and even a reward from Alexander that wasn't that great. Third happened right next to Alexander with the story collector trophy for finding 30 different notes. For this, I just searched every ally, every RDA facility and every base I could find. Fourth is the Kamatiri puppets. There are 9 of them and they do not show up on your map, so I am not ashamed to say that after finding my first, I searched up the remaining 8, and upon collecting them, we get the doll collector trophy for our time. Fifth is a good listener trophy for 20 audio logs. This trophy went hand in hand with its older brother, but was more scarce than them. There is more than 20 out there, but you only need 20 for the trophy. Sixth is the trophy Father and Son in the Stars for finding 11 comic book pages. These are easily done because they give you hints in the quest log and a story about a father who wants to return to his son, but unfortunately upon finding the 11th, his fate is left ambiguous. So maybe, just maybe, he did get home in the end. 7th is for chasing 11 sets of moths, earning the fleet-footed trophy and our final pair of hidden fruit for our time. This one wasn't really worth talking about as I did them all in one go. Our 8th trophy for the Clouded Forest is called Mushroom Navigator. This is for activating 10 mycelium networks, aka budding watchers on the map. There are only 9 in total, but upon the game's daily reset, you can repeat them again for the 10th, earning the Mushroom Navigator trophy, leaving just one more trophy we can collect before moving back to the story. And that 9th trophy is one with the clans. Now this one I didn't even realise I was doing. To give you the gist of it, all of the Navi camps we have been giving items to in each of the 3 regions lead to a quest called Community Contributions Part 3. You don't need to give items to all of the camps, just enough of them to reach this point for each clan. I also completely miscounted as I missed the Vision of the Ancestors trophy for getting all of the Sarentu totems. But now with this one as well, we can finally go into the end game for the final 4 trophies. Finale time starts off with a bang, boom, some actual destruction of the higher plains area and everything in between because of Drill Platform Alpha. But we make our way in, destroy their drill site and even make a quick stop at another one to make off with some highly sensitive information that Priya wants. And speaking of Priya, we use that information to find some more new dig sites, but there's nothing too insane here, just some more destruction. However, I do wish they put these types of areas into the base game to give the RDA installations a little more variety. We then rescue Priya, earning us the Eco Warrior trophy and moving on to the next quest. The third quest is a little busy work as the game is getting a little repetitive on just destroying RDA places, but in this one we do find Talon, who has been helping Mercer yet again, and honestly you can see the influence Mercer had on him as a kid is still there as an adult, because even when we tell him we can help him, he runs off yet again. And with that we enter the final point of no return. All 5 clans united to fight Mercer's last base. Making our way through the base, we find Talon again, who shockingly says he wants to help us this time as a way to repent for all the damage he has caused so far. Making our way through the facility, we destroy more stuff and eventually open a door for the Kamatiri. And with their help, we make it all the way up to a comms tower and can lower the bridge for the Seshwa riders to come and join the fight. With Taelan's and the two clans' help, we shut off the anti-air turrets, allowing the Aranahate Ikran riders to come in and clear out all of their air support, opening the way we need to chase after Mercer, who does the stereotypical thing again, monologuing about how he's going to win, which he actually does because I wasn't paying attention to my health. But with the power of the Salmon 2, we reload the game, travel back to the past, kill everyone we can, including his best fighter. We then put a stop to his drilling plans and even decide our best course of action is to send the warhead above ground to destroy the base, therefore making sure that the destruction of Pandora wouldn't happen. This does, however, lead to our capture, but amazingly Taelan saves us, using the mechanical arm that grabbed us to pin Mercer against the wall, killing him. And so, with a giant explosion, Mercer is dead, the RDA has ran away, this part of Pandora is free for all Navi, and we finally reclaim Pandora, get our reclamation, and sing the song of the Salmon 2. And yes, I did put all 3 of the trophies here, so what? Avatar Tales of Pandora was a brilliant way to experience the world. You could grow with the clans, learn more about your own and take the fight to the RDA in whichever way you decided. There was so much freedom that it almost seemed like too much, but that in my opinion is what made the game. Sure, a few things could have been streamlined, like collecting items from the clans or being able to batch cook food, but the game is about becoming a Navi, not simplistic shortcuts, so I won't complain too much about that. I will, however, complain about the Fog of War stuff. They could have really done better with that one. However, with all that being said, thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video and want to see the DLC, be sure to like, comment and subscribe because I enjoyed recording this. I hope you enjoyed watching. And as always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and from the Salmon 2 and I, goodbye.